What's up, beautiful souls? It's Mitzi Freeze here, and our message today is love. I am open to love. True love is not just finding someone who loves you for who you are. It is finding someone who inspires you to be the best version of yourself. It is not how much you receive, but how much you give. It is about giving your heart and soul to someone else and finding joy in their happiness. Love is like the key that unlocks the door to happiness. Hope for love, wish for love, dream for love, but don't put your life on hold waiting for love. I also have, I am my own source of happiness. My relationships are a bonus. Always move into a relationship by choice. Never allow internal voids to push you into a relationship in an attempt to fill a tiny hole. No pun intended. Never enter into a relationship because you want to be loved. The magic begins during the hunt inside yourself. Your partner is a bonus, a companion in their own journey, compatible and thrilling, but never your source of happiness. Happiness is self-love, soul-searching, filling yourself with compassion, and understanding what truly makes your heart beat. Unconditional internal self-love is unconditional external love for your relationships and the world. This right here says, comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come. I have right here, I am mindful of how my decisions impact my future. Results have little to do with the goals we set and nearly everything to do with the daily actions we take. I consistently make the right decisions that my future self will thank me for. Okay. I know some of you might be feeling a little down on yourselves because maybe you're not married or you're single or you don't have the house or that car or that job title or whatever it is that maybe you're seeing other people achieve. You know you're not supposed to envy other people's stuff. But you see other people with all these really awesome things and they look very happy and they look fulfilled. And I see someone sitting there thinking, man, like, where's mine? When am I going to have that? And sometimes it can cause feelings within us of inadequacy. But in all reality, the thing that you do matters. It doesn't matter what you do. Every little thing that you do plays a part in a much bigger picture. But some of you could be exploring right now, how would your life look like if you were to get in a relationship? Or maybe you're changing up some dynamics. Maybe you're moving in with someone or they're moving in with you and you're having to change some things. Or there's things being rearranged in such a way that it is very challenging for some people. It's a new way of life for some of you. I can tell you this from my experience firsthand. There's been several times in my life where I looked at other people's lives and I thought to myself, man, when am I going to have that? I would love to have that. But at the time, I was in a really crappy situation that maybe I was making excuses for as to why I was still in. And I wasn't quite seeing all my blessings for what they were. And I wasn't seeing any rejection as protection. I was just feeling bad about myself and feeling sorry for myself. We all do it, right? I thought that I would always have what I had and I would never have anything else because this is all I was supposed to get and all this other stuff didn't exist, right? But when I started dreaming and when I started telling myself, well, these other people have this, why can't I have that? There's no reason why I couldn't have that. I'm entitled to an abundant life and so are you. A lot of times our own limiting beliefs, our own self-limiting beliefs will get in the way of that and tell us, no, you don't deserve that. You can't have that. They can have that. They worked hard for that, but you're lazy. I get caught up in that as well, guys. I get caught up in that negative self-talk. That's something a lot of us have to change. It's waking up every day being grateful for what you do have and not focusing on what you don't have because let's face it. Your life right now, as crappy as you might think it is someone else's dream. There's someone dreaming for your life, the life that you take for granted. So this is asking us to be open to love. And for some of you, this is self-love. But for some of you, maybe you were closed off to a certain type of love because you were telling yourself you would not get in a relationship or you would not pursue a certain thing unless it looked like this. And you were comparing it to someone else's timeline and you want to be like this. Well, guess what? Your timeline is not like that person's timeline. Your timeline is like your timeline. Own that timeline, decorate that timeline, live that timeline, enjoy that timeline, because that's your timeline. That person can't get your timeline and you can't get theirs. Because this right here says, I am my own source of happiness. My relationships are just a bonus. Some of you were tying up your self-worth in certain relationships or certain job titles or goals, whatever this is. I feel like you made yourself not able to feel good enough until you reached a certain point, or until you see a certain thing happen, or until you obtain this. A lot of times we don't live our lives because we're waiting for other people to join us. We're waiting for other people to change. We're waiting for other people to grow up or act right. I feel like we put our lives on hold. If you want to go try out this new restaurant and all your friends can't try it out or they don't want to, but what's stopping you from going there by yourself? This is simply asking us to cultivate our own sense of happiness, our own sense of peace, to where nobody else's actions or opinion is going to affect us. Stop putting your life on hold for everybody else, and stop waiting for a specific type of love or a specific type of outcome, and enjoy the present moment, because everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen in your life. Nothing is going to take away what's meant for you. You can't even mess that up. Anyways, let me get into my prayer and hop off here because I got to go to work. Ignite what has been stagnant. Light up what doubt tried to drown. Breathe on what has been lifeless for so long. Let the fire fall, not as a moment, but as a takeover. Let what we've been praying for, working for, believing you for happen all at once. Interrupt routine with breakthrough. Overwhelm delay with power. Do only what you can do, but do it so suddenly it humbles me every time. Yeah. You don't need validation from others. You don't need other people's input. You don't need other people's permission. I love you all, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day, and I hope to catch you in future videos.